Welcome back, everybody. It's still Saturday, 31st of July. It's currently 6 p.m. and we are going to do our usual second backtesting session. And now we are going to analyze the day, Monday, 14th of June 2021. So we saw last week, the end of the week, the taking profits after the CPI push. And we are going towards the FOMC interest rate decision week. This is not the day of the FOMC, Federal Open Market Committee. We also have retail sales, we have the PPI, Producer Price Index, and we have the federal decision over interest rates and tapering. Our key analysis is very simple. If buys above 1876, or we go to safe sell below 1855 key level, which was holding 55 or 52. They were holding this higher time frame order block. So we're going to jump into the end of the day. Remember, this is not the format where I backtest from zero. This is backtesting, not my analysis. This is backtesting execution. So now we're going to see how it plays out. We know it played out. Let's see on the actual simulator how and where we could have entered. So we already analyzed that we are here, 1861. We will either see a push above 1876 for safe buys, or since nothing in between, we might just consider, we can consider this zone as a resistance and support, which turned support. As you can see, reacted many times during Asian session, and it was a previous support. Now it's a resistance, it was a previous support. So we want to take safe sells below 1855 key level. So let's start. Let's see. It's start of London session, as always. No news, no nothing. We just play the action at the key levels that we spotted. We pre-planned during the morning. So we saw bearish impulsive retest, failing to break. This could be a fail to break candles. This level could have been scalped many times, but it was Asian session. Now we are seeing price making new lows and continuing our bearish trend. As you can see, we are making lower high, lower lows, lower high, lower lows, which is, guess what? A bearish trend, down trend. So let's see our price. I wants to react to the key level. Doesn't want to go lower. Let me pause it. But if we go, when we go lower, we will see. Let me just put it here. I want to 1848. Oh, okie dokie, very good. And we go back. So this is the first hour of London session. We saw push below on the hourly time frame. This is a lower week. This is a lower candle reacting at 1855-ish as expected. We're going to the new hour, the Asian session close hour, which is a new 4-hour candle. So we want to make, since we are in a bearish trend, we are in a bearish bias, we want the new hourly candle in 2 minutes to create a upper wick and then continue down. That's what we want to see in the new hourly candle in 1 minute. Okay, new hourly candle. So the previous one closed very bearish. As you can see, with a nice zoom, very bearish, closing below even the previous um, week. So now we want to see upper week, like this one, half of the previous candle, even more, or even less, and then continuation down below 1855. So let's see how it's moving. Made a very small upper week, which can be enough. Let's see if now we continue to break below these lows, and as per analysis continue below the key level. Remember, we are playing the key level, not the order block. I mean, we don't, the analysis was at the key level, so we want to respect our pre-planned analysis. I want to mark up a nice trend. We can also put it like this if we want to respect it on the dot. Remember that the trend line is a visual representation of a trend. If the price goes here, it's still a bearish trend until it breaks above the previous lower highs. Okay, reaction. We are touching the key level. We see some reaction. Let's see if we can break through. Let me zoom in for you and for my highs as well. It's always important to keep the highs safe. I told you I want you larger. Okie dokie. Let's move on. Okay, we see. You see this 1 minute candle went below, closed above. Huge reaction. This could be also a scalp, almost high risk scalp, because if you enter here, you put like 10 pips below this candle, and you have like 25 pips, 2 to 5. You see, now we made a new lower high. Considering this one, did we break the market structure? No. That's why the trend line is just a visual representation. It's not something you trade on the dot. Okay. We are in an order block. Let me move here. We can visualize it like this, makes more sense. Okay. Let's see if we create a new highs or we react here. Okay, you see where is the bearish, the bullish change in market structure is above the previous highs. So if we wanted to enter counter trend, we see as soon as we break impulsively, we have our uptrend. But still, since we are in a bearish bias, let me play. I'm not taking counter trend by impulsive trades, because you don't know how far they will go, or if they're getting instantly corrected or whatever. So this trend line is useless, as you can see, because we are still in a bearish bias, but we only want to bias below the key level. So it's coming to the end of another hour. These buys could have worked for like 20 pips. And okay, we're coming to the end of the hourly candle, which wants to close with a nice rejection. Looks like it. Let's see how it closes. This hourly candle. Wow, closed almost flipping bearish. Tack. You want to trade a place a trend? Put it like this. Doesn't matter. Doesn't change much. Now you see how impulsive, how they are acting, the sellers. You saw nipple weak here, this big rejection and continuation down. Let's see if it now we break below the key level. We see a small reaction. We are at the key level. We have a nice reaction at the key level. We always can take advantage of these rejections. That's why I also have a setup for the rejection. And also, this is a weird double bottom, not the one that I would like to trade on the 1 minute. But let's see if it's time for our setup for our cells. Okay, we are coming towards pre-New York time, 1 hour and a half. Oof. Very, very, very impulsive. So we don't trade the impulsive. So yeah, this one closed below the key level and already did 20 pips. We are not taking impulsive candles. We are waiting for a retest. As you can see, we know gold. You can do whatever you want. We know that you will make a retest on the dot. Let's see. Let's see over 1 hour before we have London, New York open. Here is 17. If I give him 15 pips, is very, very close from here. But is the previous high. So if I enter at this candle, which doesn't look like good because it's so impulsive, is not a confirmation. I will wait for another retest actually. Okay, this looks much better to me. And I could enter with 10 pips. I will give him 13 pips. Even no, let's give him the full 15. And sells well above this previous area and our 45 pips. Take profit is here. So let's go. We place a trade and we see our price is moving. Okay, we see nice. This is a continuation of the trend. We are seeing not breaking above. We are seeing multiple rejections at the key level. So it's a good confirmation after we place the trade. We are seeing no impulsive bearish either, but we see more bearish than bullish. And we are still making new lows. Okay, let's just jump here. Okay, it's too fast. I want to see how many pips is here. This is 20 pips out of 35. So this is my, let's go slow, my take partials. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, no, it's too fast. Here is 19 pips, so we'll leave it like this. Don't want to go and catch the exact moment. It is what it is. Let's see how is nice now it is reacting. Okay, so if we got out a break even here, what we would be looking for? We would be looking for, okay, but is it really now still breaking above the key level? Let's see. It's failing to break. We can even put another re-entry here. Same one. Nice reaction. This is very, very, very strong. We are seeing now coming towards, we have 1 hour to New York Open, making new lows, very, very impulsive, bullish candles. Let's see if my stop loss can hold. Ooh, this was a nice one. I didn't expect it. So this is a loss. Double top. Now I'm biased. I don't know if I will actually re-enter. Let's see if here we have another candle closing. So we actually got two 15 pips losses, and you know it's too rangy to enter. Looks like we're gonna wait for New York volume. Let's see if on New York volume in 20 minutes we have a pullback, and then okay, so this is New York open. Let's see if we have another pullback to the key level and then continuation down, or if it's just going bearish. Okay, Diavoli made a lower upper wick, small, nothing really important. You could not enter here actually. And our price is reacting here. So it's very, very difficult. I don't even know where the price will go now. Let's see. Okay, we go down. We could have entered here, but it's really, yeah, as per analysis. But that's why I'm doing this. Okay, well, where do you enter if you're seeing it live? This fake out takes away all the stop losses of scalpers, unless you enter with a longer and larger stop loss. Here was like 30 pips. Now we know that we're getting a break and retest of this key level 1852. Not even complete. It's a nice reaction. So if you enter here, because you know, where do you place your stop loss? 20 pips. It's too wide for a scalping unless you enter here. Continuation up. Then we see If we have some reaction here, nah, too choppy. This is the difference between analysis and execution. Of course, look how nice it went. Oh, if you enter here, you have 65 pips. This break and retest looks good until here, but this is good even here. You're finding you can do a re-enter, in my opinion. If you go out here with partials and you put the rest at break even, you get the first one at break even, and the second one you get stopped out. No worries, because this is too low exactly. But 15 pips was too low. You needed at least 20 pips of stop loss. So this is a sort of failed break and retest. Very that showed how difficult sometimes it is to execute on a pre-planned analysis. So that's it, guys, for today. We saw the full London session from the beginning to 1 hour into New York. We saw how difficult it is to, it's not always easy to execute on pre-planned analysis. So see you guys next time.